from the patient files of Dr. Jeremiah Arkham, director of Arkham Asylum. Patient Edward Nigma, also known as the Riddler. The patient suffers—
Riddle me this, Doctor. What do my fingers and a cheating trapeze artist have in common?
We'll get to that, Edward. Now, as I was saying, the patient suffers from narcissistic personality disorder, delusions of grandeur, and obsessive-compulsive behavior. He's obsessed with telling riddles and challenging the law, or more specifically, the Batman, with these riddles. Session 6. Now, your riddle. That's an easy one. They're attached to wires.
Correct! Why, I'm surprised a simpleton like yourself could figure that one out. So, tell me, Doctor, what's the deal with these wires? Some kind of a lie detector test?
No, not quite. It's part of a new form of therapy I've designed for you.
Really now? Intriguing.
I'm glad you feel that way, Edward. You see, we simply must find a way to stop that compulsion of yours. That compulsion to tell riddles.
I don't agree, but go on.
So, I've got you hooked up to these electric wires.
Electric wires?
Yes. See this button? This big red button I've got here? Whenever I press it, it sends a signal to the wires to shock you.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that?
Well, you see, Edward, I will press this button whenever you tell a riddle. Or simply ask any kind of question, for that matter. Yes. Unless you want to be shocked, there will be no riddles or quizzes this session. We will instead hold a completely normal conversation, completely free of your conundrums. Think you can manage that?
This can't be legal. Can it?
That was a question, Edward.
You bastard! Are you completely insane?
Another question. I can go on like this all day, Edward.
I'll get you for this, Doctor. Just you wait. When I'm out of here, and I will get out of here, you better watch your back, Jeremiah. Because I'll be there when you least expect it.
Well, I will expect it now, thanks to your heads up.
Oh, don't think the Batman will save you, Doctor. What I have in mind for you is something not even he can solve.
Let's get on with the conversation, shall we? And do keep in mind that I'm doing this for your own good. If we cure this compulsion of yours, you can finally go back to living a normal, decent life.
Who the hell? I mean, normal lives are for peasants, like yourself. Not for a man of my intellect. You're attempting to stifle a genius. I hope you're aware of that, Doctor.
So you say. So, how about that game yesterday? Some nail-biter. What happened at the end? Did our boys beat the Metropolis Giants? I missed out on it. Zaz stabbed another nurse.
The game.
Yes?
It ended with,
Perhaps we should pick another subject. I have to confess I'm not much of a sports fan anyway.
Gee, could have fooled me, Doctor.
Let's see now. Ooh, how about that riot in the cafeteria this morning? How the devil do you suppose Crane got that fear toxin into the soup? Positively confounding.
Your conversational skills are impeccable, Doctor.
Really?
No, that was sarcasm. You're even denser than I thought, dear Lord.
No need for insults, Edward.
That wasn't an insult. Calling you dense is practically a compliment. That wasn't a question! You cheated!
Oh, please, you're one to talk. You always cheat yourself, with your riddles. There's always a tricky double meaning to them.
I never cheat! It's not my fault you numbskulls are too dim-witted to figure out the double meanings. It's supposed to be challenging. That's the whole point. The challenge! If the riddles were straightforward, there wouldn't be any challenge.
Making up lame excuses for your cheating, Edward?
It's not an excuse. You're the one who cheats. And what's your excuse? Wait, I didn't ask that. I take it back.
I suppose I should let that one slide. You are right, after all. I did cheat, and I apologize for that. Anyway, let's forget about all that and move on with the conversation, yes?
Whatever.
So, I read in the tabloids that Bruce Wayne was in a car accident last week. Driving while under the influence. Broke his arm.
Bruce Wayne. What a boob. I've seen more intelligence in slugs.
Yes, he does seem rather reckless. Last year I heard he broke his leg while skiing. It's like he has no regard for safety whatsoever.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. To know whether we won or lost the game yesterday, solve this riddle. When is number 4 followed by 2? Oh, it was totally worth it.
Feel happy about yourself?
Overjoyed. By the way, the answer to the riddle is when it's defeat. D, the 4th letter of the alphabet, followed by feet, as in 2 feet. Defeat. I knew you never solve it on your own, you nitwit. The game ended in defeat. We lost.
We certainly did.
Oh, don't be too hard on yourself, Doctor. Your therapy technique was never going to work anyway.
Because you're a hopeless cause?
No, moron. Because you've based it on an inaccurate diagnosis. My riddles aren't a compulsion. They're a passion. They are life.
I have a riddle for you, Edward.
Yes?
What is this session?
Over?
Indeed.